Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to beautiful TD Bank Stadium in Somerset, New Jersey. I'm Joe Tarrant, and along with Dan Harris. And here are the starting lineups for Monroe High School. DHing and pitching is Andrew Cohen. Center field, Richie Poland. Third base, John Rodriguez. Shortstop, Jeff Tam. Second base, Anthony Parente. Center field, Nick Sorincione. I'm sorry about that. Right field, Chris Hernandez. First base, John Refrito. And doing the catching is Anthony Tagliaferro. This is a Greater Middlesex County championship game between the Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs, my alma mater there, Dan.
All right, I didn't know that. What year, Joe?
I'm not telling you. It's a very hot and steamy day here at TD Bank Park, home of the Somerset Patriots, and we're ready for our first batter.
Okay, Adonis Hernandez takes the mound for the Mustangs, and the first pitch.
Ooh. Outside, ball one. I don't know, you said it was 100 degrees on the way down. My thermometer in the car said 98. It's hot.
Oh, big time.
Ball two, outside.
Crowd is slowly getting here after a little bit of traffic on 287.
Yeah, it can be tough. It can be tough. Here's the pitch. Strike.
Ooh, picks up his first strike.
2-1.
Batting for the Falcons is Andrew Cohen, their DH, and again the pitcher starting tonight.
Strike two. Okay, count is 2-2. We're in the top of the first inning, and we're just underway. Outside, ball three.
Adonis Hernandez of the Mustangs leads the staff with 85 strikeouts, 8 starts, and with a 4-1 record. A fantastic year he's had.
Yeah, I understand he can get it up to around 90.
Oh, yeah?
And there's a fly ball out to left field. And it's dropped.
He lost it in the sun.
Chad Barrell dropped it. Lost it in the sun. Cohen's on second base. I'm sure they're going to call that an error.
Yeah, that was
No, they gave him a hit.
Okay.
They gave him a hit on that one. Maybe because of the sun.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The ball was curving, and poor right fielder there left fielder was staring into the sun. It was a tough play to make.
Monroe Falcons come into the game with a record of 13-12. They're coached by Pat Gironi. They were the number 9 seed in the tournament. The first pitch is a strike. Sacrifice attempt to get that runner over to third base.
And the Mustangs, continuing on what you were saying, were the number 7 seed in the tournament with a 15-10 record. Got off to a bit of a slow start at the beginning of the year, going 7-10 over their first 17, and picked it up since, and here they are.
There's another bunt attempt, and that's fouled off. Strike two, 0-2, so let's see if he's going to bunt on strike 3 to get that runner over.
In preparing for tonight, I noticed that both teams got off to a slow start this year, and it's pretty incredible, their resilience and perseverance that both teams are here today. A 7 versus 9 in a championship game is very unusual, so both these teams have much to be proud of.
And he's going to bunt on strike 3, and it's a beauty. And he throws him out. Tagliaferro. I'm sorry. That is a Farley out to Giordano at first base. Yeah. So we've got one down, runner on third.
Yeah, Cohen moves over to third. Excellent sacrifice bunt there.
I was talking to both managers on the field prior to the game, and they expect this to be a low-scoring affair. 1-0, 2-0, something like that. So they're playing small ball by bunting that runner over to third base because that one run may be the winning.
Sure, absolutely. Every run's got to count in this game. We have the infield coming in, expecting perhaps another bunt.
We got 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, 1 out, top of the first. No score.
These pitchers out here today, I would imagine they're going to struggle with this heat today. It's going to be a war of attrition here today, and the strong teams are going to survive. Oh. Look like another ball there.
Two and 1 on the batter, 1 down. And the pitch.
Ooh.
Swinging strike.
Hernandez is known for having a devastating slider, a changeup, and a fastball. Again, like you said, reached 90 miles per hour.
Something must be wrong with Hernandez. He's walking off the mound. Maybe he's just catching his breath while the Monroe coach talks to his batter.
Sure.
On a day like today, it's, as I said, it's steamy. I don't think that I'd want to be out on the field on a day like today because if it's 100 degrees air temperature, it's got to be 120 on the field.
Yeah, certainly. And baseball uniforms are not exactly meant for heat.
Another foul ball. So the count stays at 2-2. Monroe threatening. Man on third, one out. Fly ball, bring him in. Hernandez is working very deliberately. And up high. The stadium does have a radar gun out on the scoreboard, but it doesn't seem to be working tonight.
Okay,
I'd be interested to see the speed of the pitches. There's a fastball, and it's low and outside. Walks him on the 3-2 count.
Walks him. John Rodriguez heads to first. We have runners at first and third. Catchers having a conference with Mr. Hernandez. Talk it over. It's been a little wild past that last at bat there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a little flustered after giving up that initial error.
Well, don't forget this is a championship game, and the pressure is immense, and it's their senior year for most of them on Kennedy, and they want to win. And let's face it, these are seniors in high school. You know, the pressure's just immense.
Right, absolutely. And it's like you said, we have 11 seniors on the Mustangs, 1 junior and 3 sophomores. It's a very veteran, experienced team here, so that should give them an upper hand over Monroe. But Monroe was also a senior team as well, from what I understand.
First pitch was a ball. And that was a strike. We have Jeff Tam up right now. Jeff is the shortstop for Monroe.
On the year, he has 5 doubles, 2 triples, a speedy youngster, and 10 RBIs. He's got an excellent chance of driving in some runs here with only 1 out and 2 men on.
Hernandez threw over to first base. I'd be careful about that.
Oh!
No, but batter was in foul territory, so he's not out. Had that runner, I should say, been in fair territory and that ball hit him, he would have been out.
Sure.
That's why on third base you always lead in foul territory.
Sure.
But Hernandez threw over to first base once already, and I'd be careful with that with a runner on third base because a lot of things can go wrong.
Right. And he read his scouting report. Ham leads the team with 15 stolen bases.
That's a lot for high school.
Absolutely. He has almost twice as many stolen bases alone as the JFK Kennedy team does by themselves.
Well, now Hernandez, that's why he's throwing over there.
Right.
And there's a foul ball off to the right side.
Yeah.
So the count stays 1-2. 1-2, 1 out. Top of the first, still no score. And Hernandez with the pitch. And he strikes him out on a curveball, it looked like.
Excellent strikeout.
Absolutely.
Adds to his tally. Was that number 86 on the year?
Next up for Monroe, we have Anthony Parente.
Looking at my stats here, Joe, Hernandez has completed 3 games, which is outstanding for a high school pitcher.
Yes, it is.
On 8 starts, that's 3 complete games for a major league pitcher over a course of 162 games is a lot.
And the first baseman, Giordano, calls timeout. I'm not too sure what that was all about. Okay, Parente is back into the box. Hernandez is ready to pitch. And it's high, ball 1. Runners on first and third for Monroe. We've got 2 outs, no score.
Anthony Parente of the Monroe Falcons has 6 RBIs on the year.
And he gets plunked. He gets plunked. So now we've got bases loaded for Monroe, 2 out.
We'll load the bases. Chris Hernandez should be coming to the plate here. He's got 2 doubles and 9 RBIs on the year. 9 walks, a patient batter.
Now we've got Nick Cerencione is coming up for Monroe. Hernandez is after.
Oh, he's after. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. I apologize.
I'll keep you honest on here. I'm keeping an eye on you, Dan. Now that happens first time through the batting order.
Well, Nick Cirencione has 2 doubles on the year, 4 RBIs, 1 walk, and 1 stolen base.
And the pitch. And it's a swinging strike, foul ball. Got 2 out, bases loaded, 0-1 count. Top of the first, no score.
Joe, whenever I watch baseball, I always keep an eye on the pitch count, something we don't have here in front of us. But
Right.
Hernandez has thrown many, many pitches already. That always plays a factor down, over the course of the game.
Especially a day like today.
Yes, absolutely.
Count is 1-1. Excellent chance for Monroe to score here. Ball gets away from the catcher, but there's no advance. It wasn't far enough away. Yeah, on a day like today with this heat, as you said, Hernandez has thrown a terrific amount of pitches. I'm sure come the 4th inning, 5th inning, that's going to take a toll on him. High and outside. Count is 3-1, and Hernandez is in trouble. He may be walking home the first run. If I was Cirencione, I would take this pitch since Hernandez is a little bit wild.
Yeah, right now.
The worst that can happen, it's a called strike. Unless it's a grooved pitch that, it's looks like a beach ball. And the pitch.
Ooh, picks up a strike right on the outside corner there.
Yeah. So we got a count of 3-2, 2 out. Runners will be going on this pitch.
Kennedy fans are right behind their pitcher here.
And here we go.
Oh.
And it's foul ball.
Ooh, just past our booth there.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. The runner on third was 3/4 of the way home before the batter even saw the ball.
He practically could have caught the ball.
Yeah. That's Cohen over there on third base. Now, don't forget, he's the pitcher, so he's been doing a lot of running.
Yes.
And he strikes
him out.
So
big strikeout to end the inning.
At the end of the top of the first inning, it's Monroe nothing. JFK coming to bat. Please stick around, and we'll bring you more action.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
And welcome back to TD Bank Park here in Somerset, New Jersey. And here is the batting order and starting lineup for the JFK Mustangs. Batting leadoff is Zach Buchholz, shortstop. Pitching, Adonis Hernandez, batting second. Batting third, Eric Giordano, first baseman. Batting fourth is Joe Stone. He's the designated hitter. Left fielder, Chad Burrell. Batting seventh is the catcher. Batting sixth is the catcher, Tom Farley. Batting seventh is Matt DeParish, the center fielder. Batting eighth is Jose Sierra, the right fielder. And batting ninth is Pete Fiore, and he's the second baseman. Well, in the first top of the first inning there, boy, I thought we were going to see a lot of scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. It was they were threatening, but the ace showed why he's the ace of the staff, right?
Yeah, well, he'll be better in the second inning. The jitters are out.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
The jitters are out.
Now he's used to the heat, used to the distance,
he's broke a sweat.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose the depth perspective as well. With that amount of space behind the catcher, he's never. I'm assuming he's never pitched in a stadium like this before.
Well, that's it too. You start looking around at all the seats and the concessions and everything. Right. It's got to be overwhelming until you get used to it.
Yeah.
Okay, the leading off for the Mustangs is Zach Buchholz. And we have Andrew Cohen on the mound for Monroe. Now, don't forget, he was on third base just about the entire, well, he was on base for the entire inning.
Yeah, just about.
And he did a lot of bouncing around, so let's see how that affects him.
Right. He also took that ball off the foot, that foul ball that hit him right in the foot. I thought that could have an impact on him, but he looks sharp out there already.
Yeah, the first pitch to Buchholz was a called strike. Oh, and Buchholz takes a a curveball off the shoulder.
Perhaps a little payback from earlier in the game, right?
Nah, if you're going to drill somebody, you're not going to drill them with a curveball. You're going to drill them with a fastball. You're going to make it hurt. But anyway, Mustangs have got a runner on first base.
Got something going already.
Yeah, that brings up the pitcher, Adonis Hernandez.
Yes.
What's he doing on the year, Dan?
He's having a great year. 24 hits, 13 runs, 19 RBIs, 14 singles, 6 doubles, a triple, and 3 homers. Having an excellent year.
For the Mustangs, isn't there a group of them going to the same college? They're going to continue on?
Exactly, Joe. There's 4 of them. Eric Giordano, Joe Stone, Zach Buchholz, and Matt DeParis will continue their baseball careers at New Jersey City University up
wow,
there
and there's a
City.
sacrifice bunt. Cohen.
Sticking with that small ball.
Over to Yafredo. Yeah, but as I said to you before, to both coaches, as I spoke to them, they expected a low-scoring game.
Yeah, this is going to be about strategy today, Joe. Like you said, there's going to be no fireworks today. It's going to be small ball, and it's going to be 1 or 2 run game.
I didn't realize this telecast was going to be so popular because off in the distance, I see a blimp coming this way. TV 35 spares no expense.
Yes, absolutely.
They even brought in a blimp.
They want to get that aerial view of the game. Sure.
TV 35 is a professional outfit. I've got to tell you, I don't think anywhere you'll find a finer crew. And the first pitch to Eric Giordano is a ball.
Giordano's having a fantastic season. 40 hits, leads the team, runs with 33. He's definitely, their obvious number 3 hitter. One of their stronger offensive players. Ooh, takes a strike.
We've got 1 down. And the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but I believe the count is 1-1. Cohen looks in for the sign. Checks the runner at second base. And the pitch. And there's a swinging foul ball. So the count now runs to 1-2, 1 out. No score here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. JFK is up to bat.
Cohen on the year is 4-4. He's pitched, led the staff with 46 innings. He's given up 22 hits, 9 earned runs, 16 walks, and has struck out 67 batters. What's great about this game is we're seeing both teams aces, which sometimes with the county championship, they don't always line up because of the state tournament. Often takes precedence. And
the time was called before the pitch. Kennedy's got a second pitcher, Joe Stone.
Okay, Stone.
So he's another ace of their staff. Between him and Hernandez, they can shut this team down.
Yeah, absolutely. Stone 9-2 on the year with a 2.28 ERA. That's another fantastic.
Year, they could pitch Hernandez 3 innings and bring Stone in for 4, or vice versa.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, he has a second in the team in strikeouts.
And there's a shot to the second baseman, Parente. Over to Yofrito.
We have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yes, and that puts Buchholz on third base.
Joe Stone. Yeah, like we were just talking about, their number 2 pitcher. It's coming to the plate here. Another righty. I think they've all been righties so far, right?
Yeah. Stone is in the cleanup spot.
The umpire brushing back some of the Mustangs from the dugout. I guess they were encroaching on the field a little too much.
Beautiful facility here.
Oh,
it is.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm telling you, Middlesex County is just so fortunate to have a facility like this at their disposal. And I'd be remiss if we didn't thank the Somerset Patriots for allowing us to use this facility.
Absolutely. I'm sure they have a full schedule for our fans back at home in Woodbridge to come out and support the Somerset Patriots. I believe they're still managed by Sparky Lyle, right?
No, he retired.
All right, he finished the start of this year, right?
He's in executive position now.
Okay, all right.
And there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Parente. He flips it over to Yofrito, and that's the end of the first inning. So at the end of one, we have no score. Monroe 0, JFK 0. Come on back for some more action.
The 9/11 Memorial will honor my partner and the officers who responded that morning.
It's for my brother.
And my 343 brothers who didn't make it.
It's about hope for the future.
So we always remember September 11th.
For my husband who never came home.
And the first responders who saved my life.
This shows the world that we can rebuild.
That we are united.
And that we are strong.
Because the best of humanity can overcome the worst hate.
It's for all the heroes like my dad.
This year, the National September 11th Memorial opens in New York City. Join us to honor, remember, and reunite. To learn more or to reserve your visit, go to 911memorial.org.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm Joe Tarrant along with Dan Harris, and we're calling all the action for you here at the Greater Middlesex County Tournament. It's a championship game between Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs. We've played one inning so far, and there is no score. Monroe has one hit. JFK has no hits. We've got Adonis Hernandez on the mound for JFK, and the count is 1-1.
Chris Hernandez for the Falcons leads off the second here. It's already taken 2-1 count. Look at a strike again like they did early in the first inning there. They got on early, but kind of stalled out there.
Hernandez is the right fielder for the Falcons. It must be tough there, the sun field out there in left field.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. With the sun just starting to dip now.
Yeah.
It's at about 6:30 in the afternoon now.
Yeah, it's 6:26.
Yeah, I'm sure for a lot of people they're looking forward to the sun going to bed tonight. About 100 degrees out here.
And there's a long foul ball off to the right side, which will bring the count to 3-2.
Yeah, it was a scorcher. We could see the 287 traffic from here. I think those people are cooking out there on the
I'm glad I'm
the
not
hot
in
roadway there.
Okay, here's the payoff pitch. And he strikes him out.
Had some real heat behind that one.
Yes, he did.
That was number 88. The 88th strikeout of the year for Hernandez. His third of the game already. For 4 outs, he has 3 strikeouts.
That'll bring up the first baseman, John Yafrito.
Yafrito on the year has 1 RBI and 2 walks. He's only had a few at bats here. 19 in fact. Guess he's just subbing in.
And a long foul ball off to the right side. Hernandez looks a lot more poised this inning.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that first inning, like I said, you look around, you see all these people in the stands, and it's intimidating.
Right.
But he seems to have found himself, and he's much more poised.
Right. I think the way he ended the last inning with that strikeout, with bases loaded, you saw him coming off the field. He was pumped up. His teammates were coming out of the dugout to support him. They were enthused. And
there's a swinging strike. So the count is 1-2 on Yafrito.
You see Hernandez, he gets right back in that windup, and he's ready to go. He's in the zone right now.
Yeah, the
Just
count
wants to
is
pitch.
even, 2-2. Scoreboard's not really keeping up with the counts, but we are here.
Whoa.
And a swinging strike.
Another strikeout. 4th strikeout of the game.
Yes, sir, it is. Hernandez is on.
Just mowing him down right now.
That'll bring up the catcher. And that'll bring up Anthony Tagliaferro, the catcher.
Yeah.
He's got the tools of ignorance. That's what they call a catcher.
On the year, he has 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and 9 walks. So he's a patient batter up there, batting .273 on the year.
First pitch to him is a strike. 2 out, top of the second. And there's a swinging strike. And Adonis Hernandez is going to strike out the side.
Yeah, perhaps. You could always tell pitchers in the zone when they're throwing first pitch strikes.
Yeah, he is. There you
he's
go.
He's out looking on the corner. He's in the zone now, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the zone.
Okay, so at the end of 1.5 innings, the score is Monroe 0, JFK 0. Come right back and we'll give you some more action.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to energy-saving bulbs. Saving energy saves you money.
And welcome back to Somerset, New Jersey. We're here at TD Bank Park. I'm Joe Tarrant along with Dan Harris. We're bringing you all the action between Monroe and JFK. Leading off for the Mustangs is Chad Barral.
Yeah. Chad, like his teammate Giordano's having a fantastic year. Leads the team with at-bats, 93, and RBIs with 30.
And there's a swinging bunt. Cohen over to Yofrito. And there'll be one down. Yeah.
Tom Farley's also having a great year at the plate with 8 doubles and 17 walks. He's a patient hitter here. Always very important in the game of baseball. You don't want to get up there and start swinging at the first couple pitches. You got to take your pitch wisely, as they say, right, Joe?
Yeah. Farley's the catcher for the Mustangs. Takes the first pitch, strike.
Would imagine at this point in the game his hand's starting to hurt. Adonis Hernandez, the pitcher for the Mustangs, just throwing some serious heat today.
Watch the pitch. It's 1-1.
There's that patience I was talking about, Joe.
Yeah. And the pitch. He looks at another ball, 2-1.
Tom also has 15 RBIs and 8 doubles on the year. He's a solid hitter, and I believe he's also one of the... No, he is not one of the young men going on to New Jersey City University.
And there's a swinging strike. I was just looking at the field, and you could see the shadows creeping from home plate to the pitcher. And what makes it difficult is the ball's coming from the sun into the darkness.
Sure. That's good observation.
It makes it difficult for the hitter to see sometimes. He fouls it off to the left side. Almost gets a spectator. You have to keep your eyes open when you're in the stands here, unless you're behind the screen.
Unless you're nice and safe behind glass like you and I are, right, Joe?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at that glass. It's shattered. So I don't know how safe we are. And here's the pitch. Ooh, I don't know. Counts 3-2. We've got one down. We're in the bottom of the second. Still no scores. Only one hit. Monroe has it, and that was a sunfly ball out to left field that was dropped. And there's a hit. There's the Mustangs' first hit.
All right, the Mustangs finally pick up a hit.
Yes, they do.
The Falcons' Cohen's is having, again, a fantastic year on the mound. He has a 1.34 ERA. Again, we're very lucky here today because we have both teams' aces going at it on the mound. I'm sure Mr. Cohen is waiting for that shadow to eclipse the pitcher's mound so he could get it out of the sun, so he could get back into his groove.
Up for the Mustangs now is the center fielder, Matt DeParis. Little conference on the mound for Monroe.
Matt on the year has 25 hits, 6 runs, 12 RBIs, and 3 doubles. Solid season.
Farley takes his lead off of first base. First pitch is a strike.
What was that, a slider or a curveball? What do you think, Joe?
Looked to me like it was a curveball.
It's a good-looking pitch.
I keep mentioning the blimp. It's just about over the stadium now. TV 35. Boy, they go all out.
You know, as we mentioned earlier in the telecast, both pitchers have three or four good pitches, and that's it's going to keep both teams off balance while at the plate.
Count is 1-1 on DeParis. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And we have Farley for John F. Kennedy on first base. Hits are all even. Throw over to first.
Checks him over at first base. The Mustangs, unfortunately, are not very threatening on the base path. Again, they only have 8 stolen bases.
How many does Farley have that they're checking on him?
Let's check out Farley in the stats here. Farley has 0 stolen bases on the year.
Yeah, that was a hit and run play. That was a foul ball, but it was a hit and run. Farley was on the move. So the count is 1-2 on DeParis. Hits are all even at 1 apiece. And I said it in the beginning of the game. This is going to be a pitcher's duel.
Absolutely.
I cannot see this being a high-scoring game.
Oh, checks the runner again.
Sometimes you can catch that runner napping.
Absolutely, or the runners could catch the pitchers napping as well. Also, with the pitcher's duel that we have going on.
There's a curveball. There's a shot down to first. Over to second. They get the out. Not in time for first base. Ball gets by the first baseman, and it goes into the dugout. And DeParis is awarded second base. So Farley is erased on the play.
Not an easy double play to turn there.
No.
I thought it pulled the shortstop off the bag. I thought we'd have both base runners
You
safe.
know what happens on that?
Yeah,
if you're in the neighborhood,
right?
They give it to you.
Exactly. Yeah, to keep the game safe, you don't want the runners and the defenseman colliding. So umpires usually just give that out. Joe, your beloved blimp. It looks like a MetLife. Am I reading that right?
Yeah. Next up for the Mustangs is the right fielder, Jose Sierra. Mustangs have a runner on second base. They've got 2 outs. Sierra at the plate.
Sierra is the team's speedster with 2 triples. Impressive.
Oh, pitching dirt.
Mustangs have a batter on second, I believe, for the first time. No, excuse me. They had a batter on third base earlier in the game.
Yes, they did.
But second base is considered in scoring position. So
yes, it is.
Mr. Sierra could put the bat on the ball.
Well, there's a lot of room out in the outfield here.
Absolutely.
Get it in the gap, you can be running forever. Yeah, in the first inning, Buchholz made it over to the third base. And there's a hit.
Oh. Will it drop? Oh.
It does not.
Center fielder
and
picks
Poland
it out.
For Monroe, catches the ball. So we've played 2 complete innings. The hits are all even at 1 apiece. Monroe has 1 error, and the score is still 0-0. And we'll be right back with some more action. And welcome back to beautiful TD Bank Park here in Somerset, New Jersey. This is a Middlesex County tournament championship game between the Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs. So far, it's been a pitcher's duel between the 2 teams. Adonis Hernandez for JFK and Andrew Cohen for Monroe. And we've got a count of 2-0 on Andrew Cohen. I'm sorry. Well, wait a minute. Is that? Yeah, that's Andrew Cohen. I'm sorry.
Okay. We're at the top of the lineup here for the Falcons.
Yeah.
They started off the first inning with it was a single, but was it a single or double? What did they call it ultimately?
It was a single.
It was a single.
That
got
was,
by the left fielder there.
Yeah, it was a Sun single.
Right.
And he walks Cohen.
4 straight pitches. No, excuse me. 5 pitches there. I believe I'm looking out into the left field, and I again see the left fielder shielding his eyes from the sun.
Yeah, it's tough. So we've got Cohen on first. That brings up the center fielder, Richie Poland. Richie in the first inning sacrificed Cohen over to second base. Catcher to the first baseman.
Looks to do it again. Oh.
Swinging strike. Third baseman for JFK, Purba. He was charging on that one. It's a good thing Poland didn't hit the ball towards him. Yeah. And the pitch. He goes to sacrifice again, but it's foul. Now, the last time he sacrificed on strike 3, and he made it.
Yeah. But very risky to bunt on with 2 strikes.
Yeah, well, if he bunts on the 3rd strike and it goes foul, he's out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So showed a lot of confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if he sacrifices here. No, he's swinging away.
Swinging away. The Falcons are very aggressive on the base path. Andrew Cohen on first base here with 6 stolen bases, and Richie Poland right behind him at the plate here has
Throw
7.
over to first was close.
And then further down the line, Jeff Tam has 15 again on the year. So a very aggressive team on the base path.
Count is 1-2 on Poland. And pitch is high. Ball 2. 2-2.
I think Cohen at first base getting to Hernandez a little bit mentally.
And the pitch. And it's a long foul ball off to the right side. So the count remains at 2-2.
Hernandez has worked himself back into the count here.
You know, I think that they may have changed the scoring on that single by Cohen in the first inning to an error.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, because I think the left fielder put his glove on the ball, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to check on that. I'll take a look-see.
Chad Barrow there lost it in the sun again.
Okay, on the 3-2 pitch. Poland walks, so now we have runners on first and second. 2 walks in a row.
Yeah. Farley's coming out to be with Hernandez here to have a conference, settle him down a little bit after 2 straight walks. Hernandez was impeccable in the second inning, but here in the third inning seems to have lost his control a bit.
Yeah, we got runners on first and second, nobody out. So JFK in a little bit of trouble here now. Poland takes a big lead off first base. John Rodriguez up for the Falcons. And in the first inning, he received a base on balls. Got as far as second base.
John, your true third hitter in the lineup, is leading the team with RBIs with 16 on the year. 3 stolen bases and a .359 batting average.
There's a ball way outside. Count is 2-0. So Hernandez is in deep trouble. He may walk the bases loaded here.
Again, could be the heat, could be the pressure. A lot going on in the young man's minds.
There's a strike.
All right.
2-1.
Perhaps that strike will get him going.
Counts 2-1. No outs. Runners on first and second for Monroe.
Yeah. Mustangs are predicting a bunt. They have the first baseman playing.
He's showing bunt. And he hacks away. The old butcher boy play. Count is 2-2.
Yeah, works himself back into the count here.
Hernandez doesn't like that baseball, and he gets a new one. A lot of room between shortstop and third base.
Yeah, it's a big gap. I think they're trying to hold their runner on second base there. Keep this game tied here.
And a pitch from Hernandez. And it's fouled back. So the count remains 2-2.
You see Vice Principal Paul Pastorino getting here with his child and cheer on his beloved Mustangs.
And a pitch. And there's a shot to the second baseman. What a stop. His only play is at first base.
All right, one out.
What a play. That was the Sierra to Giordano.
Excellent scoop there. Hard hit, rocket shot.
I'm sorry, that was Fiore to Giordano. I'm sorry. That was some shot.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. It's a good stop. Keeps a runner from scoring. We have men at third and second with 1 out here in the top of the third. Excuse me, Joe.
Okay, Jeff Tam is up. Struck out swinging in the first inning.
Yeah. Tam is tied for the team lead with 5 doubles. And, again, if he gets on base, it's a speedster with 15 stolen bases. Bat and cleanup.
So we've got 1 down, 1 strike on the batter. As I said, he struck out swinging in the first inning. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Purba comes home,
at the plate.
Puts a tag on him, and he's out.
He's out.
He's out. Farley held on to the ball.
Fundamentals right here. That's, like you said, it's going to be the difference in the game here today. It's going to come down to one or two runs. We're here in the third inning, and again, no teams have scored so far. Very tight game. We have runners at first and third, 2 outs.
And up to bat is Anthony Parente. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning.
I think Hernandez has found his groove. Past 6 of the past 7 pitches have been strikes. After starting off with two straight walks, looking a little sharper here. Oh.
Ball.
Is that pitcher indifference right there, or is that a stolen base? What do you think, Joe?
That's defensive indifference.
Defensive indifference.
Yeah,
okay.
they didn't even play him.
No, yeah, absolutely.
There's a strike. That looked a little high from up here, but the umpire said it's a strike, so I'm not going to argue. It's 2-1.
Parenti on the year has 6 RBIs. This team is very heavy. Falcons,
and here's a foul ball coming at us.
Oh, there it goes. Falcons are strong 1 through 4. Then after that, the statistics trail off a bit, but they're still here in the county.
And a pitch from Hernandez. It's outside. That evens up the count. 2-2. Deuces wild, straight across. 2-2-2. Runners will be moving on this pitch, probably. Batter calls times out. Steps out of the box. Third base coach for Falcons giving signs. And there's the pitch. And it's a swinging bunt. Farley over to Giordano.
Third out.
And at the end of the top of the third inning, it's the JFK Mustangs nothing, Monroe Falcons nothing. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Packers. Vikings. Packers. Vikings. Packers.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live.
our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
And welcome back. I'm Joe Tarrant along with Dan Harris, bringing you all the action from TD Bank Park here in Somerset, New Jersey, home of the Somerset Patriots. This is a championship game for the Middlesex County Tournament between the Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs. So far, it's been a pitcher's duel, each team with 1 hit. And there's been a couple of scoring threats, but neither one have been able to break through. Leading off for the Mustangs is Pete Fiore, the second baseman.
The Mustangs finally reached the bottom of their lineup here. Fiore's been patiently waiting at second base.
First pitch is a ball.
Fiore on the
shadows. I'm sorry, Dan. The shadows now are starting to be out at the pitcher's mound. Once that shadow passes the pitcher's mound, you're going to see a difference in the hitting. And a foul ball way down the left field line.
Fiore on the year has 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 RBIs. Has only played 20 games. Must have gotten his chance over the course of the year. Gets the start here in the championship game. Very exciting for him and his family.
And the pitch is high. 2 balls, 1 strike on Fiore.
Monroe Falcons pitcher Cohen is here in the 3rd inning. Again, he is the staff ace. 67 strikeouts and a 1.34 ERA.
Ball in the dirt.
Showing exactly why he's the staff ace here today.
Counts 3-1. How'd these teams do head-to-head this year?
Head-to-head, they split the regular season series. Monroe taking the first game 1-0. And in the second game, JFK took it 3-2.
And Fiore walks. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Zach Buchholz, who was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, to start the game.
In the first inning,
Start the first inning. Both teams here had to pay their dues to get here. Monroe had a first beat South Amboy, then Dunellen, then Middlesex, and then South Brunswick. JFK similarly beat South River, Piscataway, and South Plainfield to get here. Again, this is the 9-7 matchup in the championship game. Very unusual for 2 teams with those kind of rankings.
Yeah, in the middle of the pack,
game. But, they've been on a roll, both teams, to finish off the year.
And there's a sacrifice bunt, pushes it towards the first base.
Excellent bunt.
Cohen.
Near flawless. Pitcher
Takes
did
it.
a fantastic job scooping it up, getting it to the first baseman.
And pushes it over to Yafrito.
We're seeing textbook fundamental baseball here today with superb bunting, superb fielding. Really, the first team that makes a mistake will be the team that they could potentially lose.
Up now for the Mustangs is the pitcher, Adonis Hernandez. He sacrificed in the first inning. Cohen over to Yafrito. We now have a runner on second base for the Mustangs. That's P. Fiore. He was bunted over by Buckholz. And we've got one out. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No. Wait for this first pitch here. Cohen takes a long look in.
Pitch is high.
Hernandez, as I was going to say, is among the middle of the pack as far as offensive players go as well, with 24 hits, 13 runs, and 19 RBIs. Has an RBI chance here with a runner at second. Mustangs have something going here.
And that shadow is just about past the pitcher's mound, and once it passes that, the batters will be getting a very good look at the ball.
Absolutely, and the field temperature should be coming down a little bit.
Yeah, there's a ball in the dirt.
Get closer to 7 o'clock here on this beautiful Thursday, May 30th. I can't believe it's almost June here, Joe. Less than a month. Many of these young men will be graduating from their respective high schools.
Yeah, I remember.
Beginning the next stage of their life.
It's a distant memory, but I remember. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop.
Shortstop.
Tam over to Yafrita.
First baseman has to stretch to get that one.
And Fiore had to stay at second base since the shortstop fielded that ball. That brings up Eric Giordano. Eric in the first inning, grounded out. Second baseman to first.
Giordano, the Mustangs' strongest hitter, batting .465, 40 hits, and 33 runs. A lefty. It's something we haven't seen too much today at all on either team.
Well, there's 2 outs, and he's got a runner on second. Let's see if he can get him home. And the first pitch from Cohen is high outside. Ball 1.
Falcons respect Giordano as a hitter. You see all the infielders playing right on the grass line there.
Yeah, they're
playing
on the
it back.
Grass.
Giordano must have a lot of power. They respect him.
Well, back when I played ball, we didn't have tape of opposing players, and pitches high ball too. We didn't have tape of opposing players, and we didn't have the camps that they have. All these players know one another from these baseball camps that they go to.
Sure. American Legion ball.
Yeah, so
the coaches league over the summer these days.
They know the strengths and weaknesses of each one of the opposing players.
Right. And for most of the Kennedy team, 11 of the 15, they're all seniors, so
there's a strike.
Fully developed young men with power. So the infield's taking note of that.
Count's 2-1. We've got 2 outs. Runner on second base for the Mustangs. Eric Giordano at bat. And here's the pitch from Cohen. He's watching the runner. High outside. Ball 3. 3-1. Cohen's in danger of walking this batter, Giordano.
Cohen's a little frustrated with himself on that one. That one really got away from him.
Yeah. Third baseman's really playing on the line for Monroe. I don't know why that is, unless he's protecting against a double. Oh, there's a strike. That looked like it might have been high, but the umpire called a strike. 3-2. Fiore will be running on this pitch automatically. But again, the third baseman from Monroe, I guess he's protecting against the double. But I don't see how a left-handed batter would be slapping it that close to the line. I'd be more concerned about the first baseman stopping the extra base hit. But that's why I'm not coaching. That's why I'm up here and I wear makeup.
And the pitch.
And he walks him. He loses him. So Kennedy's got runners on first and second. That brings up Joe Stone, who grounded out in the first inning to the second baseman.
Joe Stone, another strong batter for the Mustangs with 8 doubles, 26 singles, and 2 home runs. Second in the team in home runs. Kennedy doesn't steal a lot of bases, doesn't hit a lot of home runs either.
The coach for Monroe is coming out, and it looks like we may have a pitching change. Cohen doesn't look entirely too happy. And there's some stirring her up. No, they're bringing out a towel. Evidently, his arms must be sweating. I thought maybe there was going to be a pitching change.
That's what I thought, too.
I had talked to the coach prior to the game for Monroe, and Cohen was not complaining, but he was just showing a little bit of concern that his arm may be a little bit tired. And his coach said, listen, you're a senior. This is a championship game. Dig deep. Dig down. Dig deep. We'll ride you as long as we can, and then we'll get you out of there. And I thought that what was going to happen right then and there. Okay, then. Cohen's going to stay in. Okay, so Joe Stone is up, and in the first inning, as I said, he grounded out to the second baseman. Let's see if he can get these runners home. Mustangs have runners on first and second. There's 2 out.
Oh, what do we have here? No.
Swinging foul ball. You see the infielders are trying to keep the runners close. The pitcher, I don't believe, is going to throw to try to pick any of those runners off. I mean, he's got to concentrate on the batter in this situation.
Yeah, he hasn't shown too much interest in the base runners at all.
No.
Again, Kennedy does not have many stolen bases on the year. Monroe certainly knows that.
There's only 1 hit for each team so far, and we're in the bottom of the third.
All right. Well, first time he's shown an interest in a runner here.
Yeah, he wheeled to throw to second base. Nobody home. And the pitch. It's outside. And the count is 1-1.
Stone again is joining teammates Eric Giordano, Zach Buchholz, and Matt DeParis at New Jersey City University up there in Jersey City, where they'll continue their studies and their athletics with the baseball team.
And a pitch from Cohen. And there's a fly ball out to the left fielder.
Let's see if the sun plays a role in this one.
No, he fights the sun, and Siriglione puts it away for the Falcons. So at the end of the 3 innings, still only 1 hit apiece, no score, and we'll be back for the top of the 4th in just a moment.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday. Eat well and move a lot. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
And welcome back. I'm Joe Tarrant along with Dan Harris. We're calling the action for you between the John F. Kennedy Mustangs and the Monroe Falcons. I have to be honest with you. I've made a mistake all for the first 3 innings. I've been saying that Andrew Cohen has been pitching for the Monroe Falcons, when in fact it is not.
Danny Marsh.
Danny Marsh has been pitching for the Falcons, and Andrew Cohen has been the DH for him. So I apologize for that error. I won't make it again. Leading off for the Falcons is number 7, Nick Siriglione. And we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nick on the year has 8 hits, 2 of them for doubles and 4 RBIs. It's unfortunate for some of these batters. They're only looking like they're going to get a few at-bats here today with this pitcher's duel we have going on.
Nick in the first inning struck out, and that's a long foul ball off the right side. So to count, they have 3 strikes up on the scoreboard. I don't know. That's a ball.
Takes it high.
Count is 2-2. Scoreboard says it's 1 ball, 3 strikes. Now they correct it. And the pitch. And it's in the dirt.
Fernandez on the game has 5 strikeouts to go with his 85 to start the game. He's got a total of 90 strikeouts here on the season. Fantastic season for the senior.
And guess what?
Picks up number 91 there, Joe.
Yes, he does, and that's the second strikeout for Sir Ligrione. So that's 6 strikeouts now for Hernandez.
In the second inning, Hernandez picked up, swept the side with strikeouts, and we're down here at the bottom of the order again for Monroe. I think they're going to be shaking in their boots a little bit here.
Well, we've got something unique going on here because we have Hernandez on the mound and Hernandez at bat. And that's a ball. So the count is 1-1 with 1 down. No score in the game. We're in the top of the 4th inning. There's a strike.
Joe, as we've been talking about all game, the shadow has finally surpassed the mound, and
it's going to make a difference.
Pitcher's going to be cooling down. The batter will be able to see the pitches a little bit better.
And guess what? The strikeout number 7.
Hernandez back in the zone.
Yes, he is. That'll bring up the first baseman for Monroe, John Yafredo. John in the first inning, guess what? Struck out.
Yafredo doesn't have much experience here with the Falcons. Only 19 at-bats, 2 of them for hits, one of them being an RBI. So he's an inexperienced player. Not sure what year he is in school.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. Steps back into the box, and the pitch. Guess what? Strike 2.
Hernandez looking like he's back in the zone. I've noticed when he's pitching from the windup, he's in the zone. When he has to go to the stretch, like he did in the first and the third, he was a little.
Oh, he was walking off. He thought he had that one.
He thought he had that one, all right.
Well, you know, there are some pitchers that cannot pitch from the windup.
Mm-hmm.
There are some pitchers that come in out of the bullpen, and they can only pitch out of the stretch. There you go.
There he goes. Got him looking.
Struck out the side. So, at the end of the top of the 4th inning, the score is Monroe 0, John F. Kennedy 0. Please stick around. We'll call some more action for you in just a moment.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
And welcome back to the championship game between Monroe and the John F. Kennedy Mustangs. So far, it's been a pitcher's duel. Both teams with just 1 hit. Leading off for the Mustangs is Chad Burrell. He had a swinging bunt in the second inning and was thrown out by the pitcher, who we now identified as Danny Marsh.
Danny Marsh, number 13, just like his counterpart, Adonis Hernandez. Burrell leads the team, leads JFK with 4 home runs. Certainly has a great stance here at the plate. Looks like a power hitter in the cleanup spot.
And the pitch is outside. So we've got 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out.
I'm expecting some fireworks here sometime today with Chad Burrell, one of the leading hitters on the team. With
there's a shot down to the third baseman, Rodriguez, over to Yafredo, and there's 1 down.
First down. Historically, neither team, Monroe or JFK, has won a Middlesex County championship. Both teams have been here before, with JFK losing in all 3 of its attempts, and Monroe in its one and only time in 1994 falling as well. JFK is baseball powerhouse in Woodbridge Township. Woodbridge known for its football program, Colonia known for its basketball program, and JFK known for its baseball program.
Up to bat for JFK is Tom Farley. He had a single in the second inning, but then he was erased on a fielder's choice by the first baseman to the shortstop. Monroe tried for the double play, and they threw the ball away at first base. And that was Matt DeParis that was awarded second base on the overthrow. So we've got a count of 0-1 on Farley. There's strike 2. We've got one down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No score. Both teams with just 1 hit apiece.
As we corrected ourselves earlier, we have Danny Marsh on the mound. He's the number 2 pitcher on the team with 46 strikeouts and a 1.89 ERA.
Strikes out. He helped the pitcher out on that one. It was a high pitch.
Farley, known for being a patient batter, leading the team with walks, got a little impatient there. Perhaps he wants to finally break this deadlock that we have here here in the bottom of the 4th.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Matt DeParis. Matt in the 2nd inning got on base with a fielder's choice. Wound up on second base on a throwing error by the shortstop. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. This game is moving right along at a very fast pace.
Absolutely.
And here's the pitch from Marsh. Oh, it was close. When I say close, it was up around his chin. Ball 2, 2-0.
I think Hernandez of Kennedy has thrown more pitches than Marsh, but both pitchers here in the 4th inning, both of the starters have to be getting a little bit tired.
And there's a foul back. And the count is 2-1.
I was waiting for the kids to be running around here looking for those foul balls before Monroe boys go trucking after the ball there.
I don't know if they're allowed to keep them or does one of the ushers come and take the ball from them and throw it back.
Right.
Not exactly sure how that works here at TD Bank Ballpark. I imagine they're allowed to keep them. Oh, a curveball that doesn't curve. It's high, 3-1.
Again, Marsh could be the fatigue. I'm sure while the sun is beginning to set, I'm sure it's still in the 90s out there.
Oh, I believe it.
It's only 7 o'clock here out in Somerset.
Pitch is outside, and DeParis walks. That'll bring up Jose Sierra. Sierra is the right fielder, and he flied out to the center fielder in the 2nd inning.
Jose Sierra, again, as I mentioned earlier, in the 3rd inning, he's the speedster on the team with two triples.
Yeah, we've got a lot of room out in that outfield. You hit the gap, and
right,
you can, if with his speed, you can easily do an inside the park homer. But you know what? You got to hit the ball first, and nobody on either team has been able to do that so far.
Defensively, the Falcons, they're playing everything in front of them. The outfielders are practically down back at the warning track there, while Sierra might not have a great deal of power. They want to play everything in front of them, keep the score tied 0-0. Don't want to give up anything over their heads.
Swinging strike. Strike 1.
Yeah, Marsh still has it here in the 4th inning.
And we've got 2 down. Count is 0-1 on Jose Sierra. Sierra hit that fly ball in the 2nd inning that we thought was going to drop, and the center fielder for Monroe, Poland, picked it up. Now Poland is shading his eyes out there in center field.
Marsh.
And so's the left fielder, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like in the 1st inning when there was that drop ball.
Yeah. Right field is okay.
right field. He's got to be the most bored one here at the ballpark. I don't think a ball has come his way yet.
Let me get him a hot dog and a soda. Keep him entertained. And the pitch. It's a swinging strike. So the count is 0-2. 0-2, 2 out. Runner on first for the Mustangs. And it's been a real pitcher's duel.
Marsh, like his teammate Cohen, is known for having a fastball, a curve, and a changeup. So we're seeing some very well-rounded pitchers out here by these seniors.
And here's the pitch. Marsh is looking in. He's from the stretch, throws over to first. He checks DeParis. DeParis gets back in time. The lights aren't on here yet at the stadium. And the pitch, and it's high. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As I was saying, the lights aren't on yet at the stadium.
Still a beautiful, clear day, as we were talking about
not
here,
a cloud
Joe.
in the sky. Beautiful. Beautiful night for a ball game. A little warm, but beautiful. And here's the pitch from Marsh. Oh, and it's a called strike 3. And Sierra's looking at the umpire. He doesn't like that call. So, at the end of 4 innings, the score is Monroe 0 And JFK nothing. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
And welcome back to TD Bank here in Somerset, New Jersey, home of the Somerset Patriots. Dan Harris and myself, Joe Tarrant, we're calling all the action for you between the JFK Mustangs and the Monroe Falcons.
We're still knotted up here at 0-0 at the top of the fifth. It's been a pitcher's duel, as Joe and I have said repeatedly. Still waiting for some hits.
And there's a shot. It's deflected by Hernandez, and that'll be an infield single.
Adonis Hernandez knocked that down a little bit, but couldn't quite catch up to it before his shortstop picked it up. But by then, the runner was safe at first.
And that was that batter was Anthony Tagliaferro, and that brings us to the
top of the order again.
Yeah, Andrew Cohen, and Tagliaferro gets a runner, and I'm trying to find number 14 for Monroe.
Number 14, I have Danny Gregor.
Okay. Okay, so we have a runner on first. Monroe picks up their second hit. And there's a ground ball to the second baseman. That's Fior to short, and not in time. So they pick up only one out on that.
Fielder's choice. Well, it's just a failed double play, right?
Right,
that would be
they just called a force play.
Yeah, force play. Cohen's having an excellent game here. It's third at bat, third time on base.
Yeah.
Now I know why he's their DH and their star pitcher.
Okay, we've got number 17 up, center fielder, Richie Pullen.
Richie's hitting .302 on the year. He's having a solid game so far as well. I think he's another one who's been on base a few times now, right?
Well, in the first inning, he had a sacrifice bunt to get Cohen over to second base. And in the third inning, he drew a base on balls, and there goes the runner. And the runner goes down to second. In addition, Pullen almost took that one on the chin.
That was a close shave there.
Yes,
Joe.
It was.
I think he's going to stand in the back of the batter's box on this next pitch.
Well, the coach for John F. Kennedy is talking to the umpire. Yeah. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Yeah, Eric Mills, Kennedy coach, having a quick chat with the umpire.
And it appears the assistant coach is drawn a little bit with the umpire again. I don't know what they saw that we didn't see.
Right.
But now Monroe has a runner on second base. And the pitch. It's ball 2.
Adonis Hernandez pitching in his 5th inning already. He has 8 strikeouts on the game. Strong against the bottom half.
There's a strike right down the middle.
The bottom half of the order, but the top half of the order from Monroe Falcons are their best hitters. They've given them trouble all game, really. Very patient batters.
And ball outside. So the count goes to 3-1. We've got one out, runner on second base for Monroe. And a pitch from Hernandez. There's a strike, so we've got a full count.
Hernandez getting his groove back here. Seems like it takes a few pitches to get back in the zone.
And he walks him. He loses him. Now we've got runners on first and second.
First and second. Familiar position for Hernandez in the odd-numbered innings. He's strong in the even-numbered innings and a little off in the odd.
That brings up John Rodriguez.
Again, we have one out.
Rodriguez is the third baseman.
Both teams vying for their first county championship.
And there's a shot down the right field line, but foul.
Right fielder finally gets some action.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill some grass out there, standing in one spot.
Okay, we've got a new baseball, and we're ready to go again. Hernandez in the stretch and the pitch.
Rodriguez.
Guess what? Rodriguez. And here comes the play to the plate. And it's cut off. And Monroe comes through and they score the first run of the game.
First run of the game. You get a man in batting in scoring position, and Monroe finally drives in a run.
That was John Rodriguez.
John Rodriguez picking up his 17th RBI of the year, leads the team still. He breathes a sigh of relief there for first base. Monroe knows that this game's going to be decided by only a few runs.
Yeah.
Monroe gets on the board late in the game here, putting the pressure now on Kennedy.
Well, we've got one run in, we've got one out, runners on first and second, and that brings up Jeff Tam, who fouls back the first pitch. Finally, somebody broke through. Monroe has 4 hits. JFK only has 1 hit. And there's another foul back. So the count is 0-2.
Ham is batting .307 on the year with 23 hits and 75 at-bats, 5 doubles, and 10 RBIs. Solid hitter in the cleanup spot. Also the speedster on the team with 15 stolen bases. Very impressive year. Hernandez has still pitched the heck of a game. What are we at? 2 hits and 8 strikeouts. Still a fantastic game. Still has a chance to win it.
Oh, strike 3.
Picks up the 9th of the game.
Yes, he does. So now we've got 2 outs. And that brings up Anthony Parente, who is the second baseman for the Falcons. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Monroe's got runners first and second. They've got 2 down. They got 1 run in. Looking for more. And there's a hit to right field.
Think it's going to score another run, Joe?
Absolutely. Right fielder falls down. He runs past the ball. They're going to get another run out of this. No.
Wow, what a throw.
He's in a rundown. And he's out. Okay.
Excellent defensive play there after making the drop.
That play goes 9-2 to 5. And at the end of 4.5 innings, it's the Monroe Falcons 2, John F. Kennedy nothing. And we'll be right back after this short break.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back. I'm Joe Tarrant along with Dan Harris. We're calling all the action for you for a Middlesex County championship game between the Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs. And Monroe finally broke through last inning with 2 runs. They have 5 hits and 1 error. And John F. Kennedy has only managed 1 hit. Up to bat right now for the JFK Mustangs is Pete Fior, who had a base on balls in the third inning. We've got Marsh on the mound for the Falcons and Hernandez on the mound for JFK. Hernandez has 9 strikeouts, but John F. Kennedy hasn't been able to do much with Marsh.
Danny Marsh has looked sharp. He's in a rhythm. He keeps our Mustangs off balance. However, he's here in the bottom of the 5th inning, having pitched all 5. It's only a matter of time before he gets a bit fatigued.
Who knows? He could be running on adrenaline. There's a strike.
Picks up another strikeout. Still looking sharp.
That'll bring up Zach Buchholz. Zach so far has been hit by a pitch, and he's sacrificed in the 3rd inning.
Kennedy has 8 outs left with a game up to 7 innings to claw back in this game. You know, Mustangs just have to keep it calm, and remember to score 1 run at a time. Not going to come in bunches here, especially in this game, and they just have to keep fighting.
There's a shot to the first baseman. Yofredo takes it unassisted.
First baseman, textbook first base. Didn't feel the ball in the first top, but got his body in front of it, blocked it with his chest, and brought down the ball and made the out.
the most important thing for the JFK batters, they have to remember, the score is 2-0. There's nobody on base. You can't hit a 2-run homer.
Right, absolutely.
You can only take it one at a time.
One at a time. Well, the Mustangs are with their number 2 hitter.
We have a relief pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Mustangs. I can't get a number on it, but they've got somebody in the pen there warming up, so I'd imagine we're going to have a pitching change here. And here's the pitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it would be for the Mustangs. It could be Giordano, their pitcher with the best ERA with a 1.24.
Well, Hernandez is the pitcher. Hernandez is up right now, and there's a fly ball down the right field line, and it's foul.
Getting word that it's Adam Carlin who's warming up in the pen right now.
Okay.
Carlin, has decent numbers on the year. He's only pitched in 4 games. Trying to see. We'll get back to our audience with that on who's warming up in the pen. From here, it's a long distance for Joe and I. We're getting old here. We can't see that far anymore.
Count is 1-1 on Adonis Hernandez. We've got 2 out, nobody on base. Monroe's up 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and time is called. Ball got loose on the field. The bullpen here is for both teams is down the foul lines on either side, and what happens is when they're warming up, the ball gets away, and you have to call timeout.
Right.
And here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball to Tam at short. Throws over to Yafredo, and the Mustangs are down 1-2-3. So at the end of 5 innings, it's Monroe 2, JFK nothing, and we'll be back after a short break.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
And welcome back. TD Bank Stadium here in Somerset, New Jersey, home of the Somerset Patriots. This is a Middlesex County championship game between the Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs. In the last inning, in the 5th inning, Monroe pushed 2 runs across, so they're feeling pretty good. Up to that point, it was a pitcher's duel. JFK only has 1 hit, and Monroe has 5 hits. And leading off for Monroe is Anthony Parente. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st and a swinging bunt in the 3rd, but he was thrown out by the pitcher. And there's strike 1.
Fernandez coming in for a 6th inning of work. He does have some action in the bullpen. A couple guys warming up.
And that's a ball. Count is even. 1-1.
Joe, we were just joined here by board president Ezio Tamburello coming to show his support to the JFK Mustangs here at Somerset Patriots ballpark. I guess he fought the traffic and made it out here in time for the game.
Yeah, we wanted him to do a guest spot here, but he closed the door. And there's a shot to the second baseman. Fiore over to Giordano.
For the first out of the 6th inning. Again, Monroe High School leads the game 2-0. Mustangs running out of opportunities here to score some runs.
And next up for the Monroe Falcons is Nick Serlincione. I got it right that time. Nick has struck out twice, both times swinging. 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 4th. And hold on, I think we have a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter, Danny Greger, who was a pinch runner earlier. I guess he came in for Nick, and Danny introducing you to him now. 39 at-bats, 7 hits, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 3 stolen bases. Continues the trend with Monroe, are very aggressive on the base pass once they get on.
Strike.
Monroe, I'd venture to say, leads the county in stolen bases with these numbers I'm looking at here.
And here's the pitch from Hernandez, and it is a swinging strike 2. Oh, I'm sorry, swinging strike 3. That was a quick at bat.
I think 3 straight pitches.
Yeah, 3 pitches. What's that all about here? I missed it.
Well,
Maybe it's tough coming off the bench like that, cold, and, facing a batter like Hernandez.
Right. Right. Yeah, Hernandez still top of the 6th inning, still in the zone, and really, really showing why he's JFK's ace up here. Still looking sharp. Again, it's the bottom of the order from Monroe. That's a little less experienced, young, green, as they would say, struggling to get anything on Hernandez here tonight. Till that.
Here's a long fly ball.
Wow, that's
foul.
Oh, wow.
That's a foul ball. Foul ball.
No, wait.
No, they're calling it foul. Third base umpire's calling it foul.
Okay, that looked as fair as they get, but wait. I think the home plate umpire overruled the left field umpire there because I thought it was fair as well.
No, they're calling it foul.
Oh, wow.
That's John Yafredo, who hit that long foul ball.
That looked as fair as they get to me. Not that I'm rooting for the Monroe Falcons as a Woodbridge Township resident here. Mustangs get a chance to get out of this inning unscathed with an 0-2 count.
And the pitch from Hernandez. Low. 1-2.
Yeah. Joe, I did want to comment on the JFK Athletics this year. They had a fantastic year. The girls basketball team went undefeated in the regular season, also making the county championship. Unfortunately, losing by I think it was two points to Piscataway.
Yes, they did over at the RAC.
At the Rutgers Athletic Center, yeah.
Or was it the Middlesex County College?
I think it was at the RAC, like you said. Also, the boys track team won the blue division. The girls, I know, broke 6 school records in girls track. The boys wrestling team had 4 100 victory wrestlers.
And there's a fly ball, and it's foul, straight back. Ooh, just to the right of us.
Trying to think. JFK boys had football team at least, as well as the soccer teams got to play out underneath the lights for the first time in school history this past fall.
And the pitch is over his head, and that's ball 4.
Ooh. JFK recently learned from the township that they'll also be getting a new track beginning late fall. They'll begin tracking a new 8-lane track at the high school. I know students are very excited about that. I've spoken with them. So one time asking them, what's your number one request at JFK? And unanimously, at the same time, they all said the track. So JFK Athletics is in good shape.
Anthony Tagliaferro is up for the Falcons. We have a runner on first base, 2 out. Anthony struck out looking in the 2nd inning, and he had an infield single in the 5th inning. Eventually, though, was erased on a force out at second base. And the pitch, ball 1.
Joe, you take a look at the monitor here. You see these bugs here. It almost is reminiscent of that Cleveland Indians Yankees series when our Yankee pitchers were being bothered by the midges out in Cleveland there that one game.
Yeah, there's a swinging strike. 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner on first. And the count is 1-1. Oh, and the pitch almost hits him, backs him off the plate. Ball 2.
Hernandez looks sharp to start the innings, but he's thrown several off pitches, if you will. I don't want to say wild pitches because they're still within the catcher's field of range.
And it's outside, ball 3. Sometimes when you throw a ball inside, you dust the guy off the plate if he's getting too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can come back with, like he just did, with the outside pitch.
Right. Yeah, keep him off balance.
You got to keep his feet moving. Don't let him get comfortable in that box. Brush him back a little bit. There you go, foul ball. That brings the count to 3-2, 2 out. That means the runner at first base will have an automatic start.
One of the Patriots ushers here caught that ball right off the fly. Got the fans cheering there.
And the pitch, and it's a strikeout. So at the end of 5.5 innings, it's Monroe Falcons 2, John F. Kennedy Mustangs 0, and we're going to take a short break.
Hi, I'm Graham Parker. You're watching the Woodbridge channels. Bring your community home.
And welcome back to TD Bank Ballpark here in Somerset. My name is Joe Tarrant. I'm here with Dan Harris. And we're bringing you all the action between the Monroe Falcons and the JFK Mustangs. This is the championship game for Middlesex County. And it's been Monroe 2-0. We expected a low-scoring game, although Kennedy's only managed 1 hit, and Monroe has had 5. It was a rough inning for JFK in the 5th inning when they gave up those 2 runs. Leading off for the Mustangs is Eric Giordano.
Giordano, their best player. This is their moment to get back in the game in the bottom of the 6th tier. With only 6 outs to go.
Giordano so far in this game has grounded out to the second baseman, and he's worked a walk. And he's got the count right now at 1-1. Still, the lights aren't on in this stadium.
Yeah. And
there's a foul.
Giordano on the season, the best hitter of the Mustangs, batting .465, also with 40 hits and 33 runs. Their most potent offensive player. If they're going to get something going, they have to do it now.
You better believe it. As Yogi Berra said, it's getting late early. And there's a shot. There's a single.
There you go. To the
Go
gap.
Mustangs. Go Mustangs.
Again, the Monroe Falcons are playing deep, not letting anything get over their heads. Finally, the Mustangs might have something going here.
That brings up Joe Stone. He flied out to the center fielder in the 3rd inning, and he grounded out to the second baseman in the 1st. You know, that ball was in the gap a little bit, and had the game been a little bit different, Giordano may have tried for second base, but when you're down with 2 runs, take the single.
Right.
Don't take a chance. Don't get yourself thrown out with nobody out.
Right. And with Falcons, Danny Marsh in his 6th inning of work, looking a bit tired, and a man in the bullpen warming up.
Yeah, I can't believe Marsh is going to go too much further.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with
and
the
there's a pass ball. In fact, I'll call that a wild pitch. I won't say it's even a pass ball. It was in the dirt before it even hit home plate.
Absolutely, yeah. The catcher didn't have much of a chance to stop that coming in somewhere in the 80s. If I were the manager of the Falcons, I would take a long, hard look at the situation here. You have a man in scoring position, the heart of the Mustangs lineup here.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Marsh loses this batter, I think that the Falcons will make a pitching change.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be his last batter, you know. Oh, and there's a foul straight back. That was his pitch, and he knows it.
Yeah, Joe Stone a little frustrated with himself there.
Yeah, he knew that was his pitch.
You know, for the Mustangs, a senior-heavy team, again, 11 of the 15 players, they want to win it. With a month left to go in school, they want to bring home another championship for JFK this year.
Well, whoever wins this game, there is no losers because it's been a hard-fought battle. And there's a single. Oh, wait a minute. Poland's coming in, and he doesn't make the catch. But you know what? The runner at second was tagged.
Yeah.
And he didn't get a chance to go. Poland may be hurt. Yes, maybe.
Yeah. That was a tough play to make. It was right at that height where you don't dive. And, I think as Joe and I predicted, if Stone got on, Danny Marsh's evening would be over, and that appears to be the case.
Yeah. Marsh has got to be tired at this point. It's too bad that Poland didn't come up with that ball, but what's even more frustrating for the Mustangs is that at second base, Giordano didn't get himself over to third. You know, he wasn't on his game there, I don't think.
Yeah. Well,
but then again, you know what? I'm not out there, so who am I?
Right. And it looked like a catchable ball.
It did.
He almost had it, and I think he definitely had his glove on the ball.
They're going to leave Marsh in.
Okay. Perhaps just giving the relief pitcher some extra time to warm up as well. But go ahead.
I can tell you this, that you got Chad Burrell up there, and he grounded out to short in the 4th, and he had a swinging bunt in the 1st and was thrown out. But looks like the coach for Monroe is looking over the lineup card. I don't know what that's all about. But I can tell you this, that if Marsh loses his batter, that he's out of this game.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, and the Mustangs really couldn't be happier with the situation that they're in right now.
Yeah, first and second, nobody out.
Burrell hitting .333 on the year, leading the team in home runs. It's a big moment for Kennedy and their opportunity to take it. Let's see if they take it.
Well, as Deion Sanders used to say, this is prime time. The Mustangs have got the table set. They've got to do something here now. There's a swinging strike, and that was a slow curve. Strike one. Yeah, the Mustangs have got to get at least one of these runners home.
Yeah, they've had some opportunities in this game, but not many. And this is, without a doubt, their best opportunity. 2 men on.
Yeah,
with
no
no outs.
Foul ball again. Count goes to 0-2.
Burrell looking to hit the ball here with two foul balls on the first 2 pitches. Marsh is trying to think of anything to get out of this inning right now.
And he's looking in for the sign. And the pitch. Oh! That was right under his chin. A little chin music.
Yeah, a little chin music.
So it count as 1-2. That'll wake you up. That'll make you dance a little bit in the batter's box. Marsh working a little bit more deliberately now. Foul back. So the count stays at 1-2.
Yeah, Marsh's pitch count has to be up there now. It has to be at least 100, I would say, right?
Yeah. Well, when you see them working deliberately like that, that's a sign of fatigue.
Right. Yeah, he's not jumping right back. He's focusing. He's picking out the pitches he wants.
It's curveball, foul back. So Burrell is he's fighting.
He's fighting. He's looking for that pitch. The relief pitcher out in the Monroe bullpen continues to work. He's actually going to take a seat. Without a doubt, ready.
Yeah, he's warm. Marsh has got to get this batter or he'll be out of here. Another foul ball.
Kennedy fans livening up the stadium here. Brought out a good crowd here to Somerset Patriots ballpark.
As I said before, a beautiful facility. Absolutely gorgeous facility. I attend many games here, and it's a first-class operation. And so is TV 35. Oh, and he strikes him out.
Marsh fights back and picks up the strikeout.
Okay, so we have one down, and that's going to bring up Tom Farley, the catcher for John F. Kennedy. Tom struck out swinging in the 4th inning, and he had a single to left into 2nd. So, let's see. We still have those 2 runners on at 1st and 2nd. One down. Marsh is still in the game, fighting and battling.
Tom's also a strong batter as well with 15 RBIs and 8
Oh, and there's a wild pitch. And that'll advance the runners to 2nd and 3rd.
2 runners in scoring position now, Joe. Farley has a chance to tie up the game with one swing of the bat.
Yes, he does.
You know, as I was thinking earlier, I didn't say it, our Kennedy and our Monroe Falcons here have probably never played in a stadium this big. Neither team has a powerful home run hitter. I don't think we're going to see any home runs today.
No,
you look at center field there; it's 402. This is a near professional. This is a professional stadium, and high school players just aren't generally don't have the power to hit anything out of here. And
well, I want to bring up one thing before we get too far, Dan. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I mentioned TV 35, and we would be remiss if we didn't mention the camera people that we have working out there. We have 4 of them. Unfortunately, I don't have all of their names. There's a strike. But they've been working out in that heat in the sun all game long, especially the one in center field. I've just been advised that that's Max Beckerman out there in center field, and he's been in the sun the entire game. And Dad better take care of him on the way home. There's a McDonald's just across the street here from the stadium.
Yeah, it's sounding about right about now.
But the cameramen, they do the work, all the heavy lugging out there in the field, and they don't get nearly enough appreciation. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. The batter is Farley, Tom Farley, the catcher.
Yeah.
Count now 3-1. So Marsh, again, if the coach for Monroe is already out on the top step. If Marsh loses this batter, we'll see a relief pitcher.
Right. And Farley leads the team in walks, showing his patience here at the plate with a 3-1 count. Waiting for his pitch.
Kennedy is making this
game
exciting here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here it is, ball 4.
Ball 4. Bases are loaded for Kennedy here.
Okay, 1 down, and that's going to bring up Matt DeParis. Matt got on in the second inning on a fielder's choice, but there was an error, and he walked in the 4th inning. And I can't believe that Marsh is still in the game. I thought for sure that the coach would take him out.
Has a lot of faith in his number 2 pitcher here.
Well, let's see. Oh, another wild pitch, and the run's going to score.
And Kennedy gets on the board here.
There we go. We've got a 2-1 ball game. This has got to be it for Marsh.
Yeah. Real heads-up play by the runner at third base to take advantage of that wild pitch. What could have been interesting was the way the ball, how wild it was. It actually bounced off the wall and put the ball still in a position for the catcher to make the out, but it didn't happen.
Well, we still have Matt DeParis at the plate with a count of 1 ball, no strike. We have runners on second and third for the Mustangs. 1 out, and it's looking good for JFK.
Yeah, and the manager continues to stick with his pitcher Marsh.
The JFK fans are on their feet cheering.
Ready to seize the opportunity.
Yeah, here we go. This is a nail biter now. Oh, and a swinging strike. Don't try to do too much. All we need is just a hit. 1 hit will bring in the run. Tie the game up, and then we'll worry about it after that.
Well, DeParis is a senior. I'm sure he has the experience to keep it cool. I'm sure at the same time he wants to be the hero, though tonight.
Oh, swinging strike on an off-speed pitch.
That was a fantastic comeback there for the pitcher there after throwing some high heat. Comes back with looked like a curveball there. Fantastic pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Matt DeParis.
Pitcher looks in.
Oh, and he strikes out swinging. And that'll bring up Jose Sierra. Sierra's the right fielder, and so far today, Sierra has flied out to center field and struck out swinging.
Sierra, a very balanced player with 11 hits, 10 runs, 11 RBIs, 2 doubles and 2 triples on the year. He's a very well-rounded batter, and he's looked solid all day today.
Well, he needs a hit right now, and I believe he's going to get it. Takes the first pitch, high, ball 1.
This pitcher March, after throwing a few wild pitches, has really gotten his control back, and really just shows the professionalism of these young men out here today, given the heat and the pressure of the game. Both teams have looked solid.
Here we go. And it drops in, and Kennedy's going to take the lead.
Kennedy's going to take the lead.
They scored 2, and what did I tell you? What did I tell you about
Joe
Sierra?
Durant, the prophet.
Okay, the prophet. Just call me the prophet from now on, okay?
Kennedy takes the lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
Is this an exciting game or what?
This has been a terrific game. Glad my first and only game of the year. They brought me out of the bullpen here as the JV squad.
Well, I'm glad that they did. They promoted you. That'll bring up Pete Fior, the second baseman. Let's see what Pete has done so far. He's worked the base on balls in the 3rd inning, struck out looking in the 5th inning. And they're still going with Marsh. I don't know.
Yeah, after giving up 3 runs in 1 inning, late in the game.
I don't understand it.
Perhaps it's just a thin bullpen. They sat the one guy who was warming up out there.
Just don't understand it. There's a swinging foul ball off to the left side behind the Falcon dugout.
I mean, the momentum of the game has just swung from Monroe over to the Kennedy side here.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It would be just fantastic if Kennedy can take home the championship in baseball. It really would.
Right, something Kennedy has done many times over the course of its history.
And there's a called strike, so the count is 0-2, 2 outs.
You know, winning division titles in 92, 93, 94, 96, 97, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2008.
There's a ground ball to the first baseman. That's going to be a base
Oh,
hit.
Another base hit.
And we're going to have runners on the corner.
Runners on the corners. Kennedy, now they come to the top of the lineup, no less.
Yes, they do. And that's going to bring up Zach Buchholz.
Looking to capitalize on some very close calls for the Monroe defense out there. A couple plays they could have made, and they just
and that's going to be it for Marsh.
And,
who's coming in for the Falcons? Let's see here.
You
got to give Marsh a hand.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Our colleagues in the booth here are giving him a hand, and he certainly deserves it. He pitched a heck of a game.
Yeah, he did. He fought and he battled. Let's see who they're replacing him with.
Right.
I can't see a number just yet, but it's number 27.
Number 27, Andrew Cohen, young man that their ace, you know, who's 4-4 on the year with a 1.34 ERA, leads the staff with 67 strikeouts. So he's a more than capable relief pitcher coming in.
Well, at least now I'm going to get it right, calling the pitcher Cohen. Okay. That's going to bring up for the Mustangs, that's going to bring up Zach Buchholz. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He sacrificed 1-3 in the third inning. And in the fifth, he grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. So, Mustangs on top, 3-2. They have 4 hits. Monroe has 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. And it has been a nail-biter the entire game. No matter who wins or who loses this game, there's no losers.
No.
There's no losers on either side. They've both played a fantastic game. It's just a shame that one team does have to go home the loser. Nobody remembers number 2.
Right.
You know, when you finish number 2, that means you didn't finish number 1, you know, and nobody remembers you. And that's a shame, but both teams should be proud, whoever walks away with this game.
Right, absolutely. And both teams should be proud, given their ranking. And number 7 and number 9 teams, they struggled early on in the season, both teams, and both came back strong. And here they are in the championship game with a 3-2 score. By no means, Joe, and I know you know this, this game is not over.
Oh,
We're
no,
gonna
I was
have
going
a
to say,
very exciting 7th inning.
Absolutely,
without
you know,
a doubt.
We've got a ways to go yet. And there's a shot to right field. That's going to drop in. It does.
Kennedy's going to pick up another run.
Yes, they do. And we've got runners on the corner.
The Kennedy fans are going nuts now. They're feeling
smell blood.
it now. They smell blood, absolutely. 4-run 6th inning here. Kennedy is just on a roll now.
You can call them butter.
You know, Chick Hearn, that's right. You know, the Jello was in the refrigerator. Jello was jiggling, I believe, as he said.
That's right.
You know, the eggs are, I don't know.
Still 2 out. It brings up a...
You know, it's why we're calling games here and not calling them for the Lakers. You know, we're not quite
well, this
Chick
is
Hearn.
Adonis Hernandez, and let's see what he did. He sacrificed in the first inning, grounded out to short in the third inning, and grounded out to short again in the 5th inning. And there's a fly ball, very high fly ball to center field.
I don't.
And
he
it's
makes
put
the
away. Yeah, it's put away by Poland.
I think that was the furthest hit ball of the game
So,
here today. By
at the end of the 6th inning, the scores: John F. Kennedy Mustangs 4, Monroe Falcons 2. We have one more exciting inning to go, so please don't go away. We'll be back right after this short break.
I am Eric LeGrand, and you are now watching the Woodbridge Channels.
And welcome back. I'm Joe Tarrant, along with Dan Harris, and we've been calling all the action for you here from TD Bank Ballpark in beautiful Somerset, New Jersey. It's a championship game between the Monroe Falcons and the John F. Kennedy Mustangs. It's been a pitcher's duel right up until the 5th inning. Monroe pushed across 2 runs to take a 2-0 lead. John F. Kennedy came back in the bottom of 6, pushed across 4 runs. Both teams have 5 hits, and this is not over yet.
Kennedy feeling it now, 3 outs away from their first county baseball championship.
And Cohen strikes out looking. The Kennedy crowd is going absolutely wild.
Yeah, Hernandez picks up, I believe, his 10th strikeout of the game on Monroe's best hitter. Very exciting. He came out through 3 straight strikes, blew him away. I believe
that's
it's
his 11th.
11th,
strike.
excuse me. Stand corrected.
1 out now here in the top of the 7th inning. Kennedy is 2 outs away from the Middlesex County Championship. Hernandez still on the mound for John F. Kennedy. He's gone all the way. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Continues to throw strikes here in the 7th inning.
Count
has
is
to
1
be
and 1.
upwards of 100 pitches.
Oh, easy. Easy.
And he gets the ball right back from the catcher. You see him. He gets right into his windup.
Let's get this
he
over
wants
with.
to get home.
Yeah, ball.
Yeah.
Count is 3 and 1.
Iselin is looking real good to him right now. He wants to get home with that championship plaque.
Monroe calls timeout. Third base coach wants to talk to his batter. He's probably going to tell him to take this pitch.
Also, the coach, brilliant move of knocking the pitcher out of his rhythm by calling that timeout. Hernandez, up until now, has thrown 5 of his last pitches, 4 of them for strikes. Good opportunity to slow him down.
And ball 4, I told you he was going to tell him to take that pitch. I am a prophet, aren't I? So I'm telling you.
I think Hernandez was coming out of the dugout a bit juiced, and now after walking the second batter, he's going to come back down to earth, especially as he gets worse into the heart of the Monroe lineup here.
Okay, that brings up John Rodriguez for the Monroe Falcons. The first inning, he drew a walk. Third inning, grounded out to the second baseman. And in the 5th, he had an RBI single. And pitches high. That's ball 1.
John, again, a true number 3 hitter with 23 hits, 5 of them for doubles. Leads the team with RBIs. So this is a big at-bat right here.
There's a strike from Hernandez. The count is 1 and 1, 1 out. Runner on first base for Monroe. Kennedy is 2 outs away from the Middlesex County Championship. And pitches a ball, 2 and 1. Hernandez has got to step back, take a deep breath, realize where he is, what he's doing. There you go. He's taking that deep breath. He's walking around.
Take your time, young fella.
Okay, he's ready to play.
But the true competitor here today, just bullish out there.
And there's a shot to left field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit.
Like Monroe, the outfielders here for the Mustangs in the 7th inning, letting everything play in front of them. They have the 2-run lead. No need to get too aggressive. Keep the game in control.
Okay, that'll bring up for the Falcons, Jeff Tam, the shortstop. Monroe has runners on first and second. There's 1 out, and as I told you, this game is not over yet.
Like Rodriguez, Tam is tied for the team lead with 23 hits, 5 doubles, and 10 RBIs. This is the true heart of the order.
And we're going to have a pinch runner for the Falcons.
Bringing in some speed, I suppose.
Rodriguez is coming out, and I believe that is number 6 going in for the Falcons.
Number 6 is Alex Esposito. Seeing his first action of the day. Perhaps, without a doubt, it's the last game of the season for both teams. And
first pitch is a strike.
I'm sure the coaches want to get all their ball players in. This is perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play here at Somerset Patriots Ballpark in the county championship.
Tam, the shortstop for Monroe, is struck out in the 1st, fielder's choice in the 3rd, and struck out looking in the 5th. Count is 0 and 1, 1 out. Runners on first and second for Monroe. And there's a foul ball straight back. Count is 0 and 2. Hernandez would sure like to get this batter. because then that'll be a force out at any one of the 3 bases.
Right, and certainly doesn't want to give up this. So he loads the bases, and the pressure's on from there, especially with 1 out.
And outside, ball 1, 1-2.
You know, you load the bases with 1 out. You're a sac fly away from giving up another run. You know, bringing the Falcons within 1 run of tying the ball game.
And the pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2.
As we were talking about Marsh earlier, Hernandez, the same situation. Late in the game, he's pitched over 100 pitches by now. He's got to be tired, but again, like we said earlier, pitching on adrenaline.
And here's the pitch from Hernandez. And it's a long fly ball, but it's going foul down the right field line. So the count remains at 2-2, 1 out. Runners on first and second for Monroe. This game is far from over. Even if Monroe does score a run in this inning, or scores a run, you know, Kennedy still has a run to play with.
Right,
so,
right. Yeah, picking up that extra insurance run was big right at the bottom of that of the 6th inning.
And there's a ground ball out to the shortstop, who bobbles the ball.
Yeah, that was a play. Oh, I don't know.
That was Buckholz at shortstop. It was a force out of second base, but he couldn't find a handle on the ball.
Right.
So now the bases are loaded for the Falcons with 1 down, and that'll bring up, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's number 9 that's up there is Anthony Parente. JFK coach goes out to the mound to talk to his team, settle them down a little bit. E6 on that last play. So the Falcons have 2 errors in this game, and the Mustangs have 1, and the one that the Mustangs have might be a very costly error because they should have had an out at second base. I think when he was picking up the ball, he was looking to try to make the play at third.
Right, yeah.
And he lost the handle, and he should have just got the out at second base because when you're up by 2, just get the out.
Right, yeah. You know, the runner right there at going from second to third was right in his sight line. He was kind of dancing a bit. Sure that knocked off his concentration a little bit.
First pitch to Parente is a ball. There's a swinging strike. Count is 1-1. Yeah. Hernandez has got to get this batter. I don't see anybody warming up in the Kennedy bullpen, so the game is Hernandez to win or to lose.
Right. And Hernandez, as we've talked over the course of the telecast, has dominated the bottom half of the Monroe lineup, which he's now at.
And there's a fly ball going down the right field line, and it's going to be out of play. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases are loaded for the Falcons, and as they say, the ducks are on the pond. Let's see if the Falcons can get it home. And there's another foul ball straight back. Lights are finally on here at the stadium.
Just a wee bit past 8 o'clock here. Beautiful Thursday night. School night.
Yeah.
Of all nights.
I'm looking at all those poor people sitting in the heat, and here you and I are in air conditioning. And there's a swinging foul ball down the third baseline. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Monroe Falcons are not giving up. They're fighting right down to the last batter.
It's indicative of both their seasons here. Both struggled early on and came out, and here they are in the championship game slugging it out. We wouldn't have had it any other way here, Joe. We predicted a close game, and we got it.
Yes.
For better or worse.
I didn't even think that it would be 4-2. I figured it would be like 2-1, 3-2, something like that.
Right.
But it's like I said, whoever loses this game, you know, it's a shame because they've both played their hearts out. They really have. And Monroe still hasn't given up. So let's see what happens here. Oh, he got a hold of that one. It's a long foul ball down the left field line. Maybe Hernandez is losing a couple of miles an hour off his fastball.
Yeah. At this stage in the game, he has to. A professional baseball player would be out of the game by now.
Count is 1-2 on the batter. Parente, 1 out.
Monroe fans are getting back in the game here behind their team.
And there's a ball. Count is 2-2. Hernandez does not want to walk in a run. And he's starting to get to that territory. But I have the feeling, since I predicted a couple of things so far tonight, it's a strikeout.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm predicting a strikeout.
Oh,
I predicted that hit, right? And I'm telling you, it's going to be a strikeout. You watch. No, not yet. Foul ball. Monroe coach, he's playing a little umpire there. He's saying fair ball, fair ball.
The players are playing it the crack of the bat. You had 2 base runners home, practically on a foul ball there. Monroe's not giving up. They feel they can win this game, and they have an excellent opportunity to take advantage.
Another foul ball. Parente is really fighting. Count remains 2-2, 1 out.
Parente's had a solid season, hitting .286, 10 hits, 6 RBIs. Big opportunity here.
Oh, ball 3. It's 3-2. Hernandez is in deep trouble here. He may walk home a run, but I'm still predicting a strikeout. Pressure's on Parente.
Well, I hope you're right, Joe.
Yeah, pressure's on Parente, not on Hernandez.
We work for Woodbridge TV 35. We're rooting for our Mustangs.
Another foul ball straight back. Yeah, as I've said a number of times during this telecast, that TV 35 is an absolute professional operation. People don't realize how much it takes to put on a broadcast like this, how many miles of cable are strung around this stadium, how many bugs have to be worked out, and they get here early, and then after everybody's long gone home, they're still wrapping up cable. Another, what's the swinging? Step on home, good.
To win the game.
And there's the game.
Game
over. And they call him out, and the game is over on a controversial play at first base. And the Kennedy Mustangs are going wild on the field. The Monroe players cannot believe it.
And
but from what I've seen from up here in the booth, I believe it was a correct call that he was called out. And the Mustangs are in a huddle. And let's wrap this game up.
A couple Kennedy fans have rushed the field.
Yeah.
Monroe players are not exactly too happy about that.
Dan, I'm going to give you a quick recap. The story has been Adonis Hernandez, who had 11 strikeouts in the game, and he stayed there for the entire game. His counterpart, Marsh, for the Monroe Falcons, pitched a game that was all heart, but unfortunately he came back on the short end. Mustangs scored 4 runs in the 6th inning. Falcons scored 2 runs in the 5th inning. And the final box score is the Monroe Falcons, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. John F. Kennedy Mustangs, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. And the John F. Kennedy Mustangs go home as the Middlesex County Championship.
Their first ever county championship. Congratulations.
Congratulations to
the
both
Mustangs,
teams.
yes, and to the Falcons. Terrific ball game. The fans were treated to whatever money they paid to get in to get into the game. It's a fantastic way to end the GMC tournament here at Somerset Patriots ballpark.
Okay, so from Somerset TD Bank Park here, home of the Somerset Patriots, I'm Joe Tarrant along with Dan Harris. We brought you all the action tonight in an exciting game, and we'll see you again next season. Good night.
All right, good night.
Somerset Patriots for being such gracious hosts in our championship game. Everybody give the Patriots a big hand. I'd like to thank JAG Physical Therapy for sponsoring this event. And right now, I would like to introduce the counter runner-up, Monroe. Now for the JFK Mustangs.
Smith works too. Thanks.
Stepping on behalf of John F. Kennedy, head coach.
Sean, hey, let's go. Hey, coach, look this way. Everybody gets a nice. Hey guys in the back, can't see you. No ones this time? Coach, moving tight.
All the ones up. Cheese for the camera.
Number 1, Zach Buckle. Number 13, Adonis Hernandez. Number 12, Eric Giordano. Number 8, Joe Stone. Number 11, Aman Purba. Number 5, Chad Barak. Number 7, Tom Farley. Number 2, Matt DeParis. Number 14, Jose Sierra. Number 10, Pete Fiore. Number 16, Connor Aston. Number 3, Adam Carvin. Number 15, Christopher Ramos. Number 9, Josue Ruiz.
Josue, you said it right.
Number 17, Thomas Charfetz. Once again, your coaching staff for the Mustangs, head coach Eric Mills, assistant coach Bob Merker, and your training staff, Alexis D'Andrea and Sean Daly.
Good evening, and my name is Joe Tarrant. I'm here with Coach Mills, the John F. Kennedy Mustangs, and also the winning pitcher tonight, Adonis Hernandez, along with Dan Harris. Coach, how's it feel to get wet?
It's a good feeling.
Is it really?
It's a good feeling, yeah. I'll take it any day for a county championship.
What was going through your mind in the 7th inning when they had the bases loaded?
Well, I mean, we got confidence in Adona. I knew he was going to wrap it up for us, so I wasn't too worried.
You weren't worried at all? No? No? Your 3rd year on the circuit here, and your first championship.
Yes, this is my 3rd year with the program, 2nd year as a head coach. And we knew coming in we had a good program, a good chance this year, and it just panned out. We got hot at the right time. Our pitching came through, got some timely hits like today, and that's what wins championships.
Great. Adonis, I've got to talk to you for a minute. You had 11 strikeouts in this game. How does that feel?
Feel great for that.
Yeah. What were you thinking in the 7th inning with the bases were loaded and that controversial play at first base?
To strike out the first bat, to get it out. That's the right thing.
Just trying to get one out, right?
Yeah, one out.
Okay. Adonis, what holds your future? Where are you going after this? You're a senior, correct?
I'm going to Miami, Chipola University.
You're gonna go to Miami. Great, good for you. Dan?
Good for you. One question I had for you, Coach, was you started out the season 7-10. Yeah. What changed? What change did you make to make this happen?
I wish I could tell you what we did. It was our bats came alive. We started to start off the year. We never quite put together a complete game. We might pitch well, but not get big hits, or we might not play defense. And when we got on that, where we won 9 out of 10, right. We started clicking. We were playing good defense. We were throwing strikes. We were getting timely hits. When we first started that streak, we were averaging 10 runs a game. So the bats came together, and all facets of the game started to work for us.
Right. Yeah. You have a very potent offense. I'm looking at the statistics. Yeah. You didn't steal a lot of bases. Or hit a lot of home runs, but just through attrition, a lot of singles, and very fundamentally sound baseball team. And you guys had a great year.
Yes,
congratulations.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Coach, all your fans are out there in the stands. What do you want to say to them?
This is JFK's first GMC championship. Yep. I love you guys.
There you have it from TD Bank Ballpark here in Somerset, New Jersey, where the John F. Kennedy Mustangs have won the Middlesex County Tournament Championship by a score of 4-2 over the Monroe Falcons. We thank you. For Dan Harris, I'm Joe Tarrant, and we'll see you again next year.